I'll be taking you through introduction to hospitality and other hospitality courses in general. I hope you're going to enjoy the sessions. Many of us have heard the word hospitality. When we hear the word hospitality, what comes into our minds? Some of us think it's the hotel business. Sometimes, yes, it is the hotel business. But generally, hospitality means just welcoming guests and providing them food and beverages and accommodation. But this is given to the guest away from their home. So, in other words, hospitality is the act of trying to bring a home to a guest who is away. And when we talk about hospitality, we generalize it on the 5 major elements of hospitality, whereby you're supposed to be able to give accommodation, you're supposed to give the guest food and beverage service. When we talk about meeting and events, we are in hospitality. When we talk about entertainment and recreation, we are in hospitality. Tourism services, and also visitor information. So it is very important. It is a very important aspect. It is a very important industry. And when we look at it even way back, it started long ago when people could travel and they wanted these services. Whenever these services are involved, hospitality industry is involved. It is very important for us to know, and more especially you as a trainee, it's important to know what kind of an industry is this. It differs very much from a manufacturing industry. It is a service industry. What do I mean by this? Like, for example, in my hands I'm holding a marker. This marker was produced by a manufacturing company. And in hospitality industry, you'll find that somebody will be cooking something like tea. That is the product. That will be like the marker in this scenario. So this is a service industry. We don't sell products, physical products. And for me to make you understand what do I mean by this is a service industry, it is very important for us as trainees to understand the characteristics of this industry we are calling hospitality industry. The importance of us understanding this characteristic is, it will help us know how do we come and give satisfaction to our guests, because the product we sell here is satisfaction. If we are not able to give satisfaction to our guests, it means then we are not in business. So you as a trainee, you are supposed to know the characteristics of this industry we are getting ourselves into. And one of the characteristics is lack of ownership. I'll use my example of the marker pen. When I go to the shop and pay 100 shillings for this marker, tomorrow I'll be asked, when I'm looking for my 100 bob, I'll see it in my marker pen. But what happens when I go into a hotel and ask for tea worth 100 shillings? Will I be able to show what I spend my 100 shillings with? No. So you find that the products we sell in this industry, they don't have, you cannot own them. And for you, it is important when you understand that the product you're selling, you can't own. It will make you make sure that whatever you're giving, it is composed such that the guests can see value for money of whatever they're buying. Variability. The products we sell, the services we give, they vary from who is giving them and who is receiving them. What do we mean by this? I can be a very good waitress. I can be a very good chef. But that can only apply to a particular guest. Don't generalize whatever services you're giving. Guest A might behave differently than guest B. You're serving them soup from the same pot. One says it's salty and the other one says it doesn't have salt. So don't say, I served guest A and he enjoyed the soup. Variability. The industry, another characteristic is inseparability. You cannot separate the person who is giving the service and the person who is receiving it. How is this important for us to know as trainees? I become part of the product. You, as the service giver, you become part of product. And we will be seeing, when we'll be looking at other topics like the etiquette, we will see why hoteliers are dictated, hospitality staff are dictated on the way they should look. Why do we say that you should cut your hair? Because you are part of the product. If the guest does not like your hair, and the food was very nice, what is going to remember is, yes, the food was nice, but the person who was serving me looked very unkempt. So this characteristic is very important for us. Perishability. We deal with very perishable products. For instance, if a guest books a lunch tomorrow, I cannot start preparing that lunch in the morning. I will have to prepare it at a specific time, because we cannot store these goods for some later use. For example, the person, I use my marker pen example again. You can make these markers for them to be used 10 years to come. But I cannot prepare lunch at around 6 in the morning to be taken during lunch hour. That means the products that we deal with. Let me focus on accommodation. If I don't sell a room today, tomorrow I'll not be able to recover the revenue that room is supposed to have given me. So it is considered revenue for that day. So the products that we deal with are very perishable. And this means that we should be very aggressive. After we get this training, we should be very aggressive in marketing what we are selling. And when we are looking at attributes, what makes a good waiter, hospitality staff is, one of them is they should have salesmanship. Why? Because if you don't sell these products, they are considered perishable. And then we are having intouchability. Intouchability, we mean you cannot taste, you cannot smell, you cannot touch these products before you buy them. What do I mean by this? You find that if I come and want to take accommodation for about 2 days, I can only pay and then see the room. It means that I don't have the leeway of sleeping into the bed and feeling the comfort. So we normally sell a promise that the food will be wow. The decoration will be wow. So that is only what we sell to our customers. What does it mean? We must be very careful with the promises we are selling. If we tell the customers that the food will be wonderful, it must be wonderful. We don't have time for mistakes, because our guests don't have the leeway of tasting or touching the products we're giving to them prior to their purchase. And finally, the industry we are getting into is a seasonal business. And that is why this poses a lot of challenge to young people who are training in the industry, in that you find that when the other people are making merry, we are the people who make the merry happen. And you find that merries happen maybe during holidays, during weekends. Like for us Christian, you find everybody goes to church. We consider Sunday as a resting day. We want to go to church, enjoy time with our families. But hospitality, specifically the hotel business, you find that is where business is booming. And we cannot store that business on and say, let us do it on Monday. So you find that it will pose a challenge for us as hoteliers, because we will be required to work extra time. I might call them abnormal times. During Christmas, when everyone is breaking for their holiday, you find that you are working, and it is when you're working, even till you're stretching yourself to work hard. So it is a seasonal business, which during those times, when the business is booming, we might be required to work extra time. Basically, we say an hotelier works for 8 hours, but that might not be practical, because you cannot leave a guest just because you stipulated to work within 8 hours. In general, what I'm saying is, hospitality industry is an industry which is going to be here with us, because as long as we will eat, we will make merry, we will have to sleep, hospitality industry will be there. And as a trainee, it is very important for us to know what you're getting us into, ourselves into, and be ready for the industry and make sure that we sell the main product to our customers' satisfaction. The only thing we sell here is satisfaction. And when we consider what really makes the industry we're getting ourselves into, we will see the challenges, because I might call these challenges of hospitality industry. We will look on how we can survive, we can really give the best in this challenge. We take them as our strengths. So I would say, let us have an open mind as we are going through this. This is just the introduction part. We will see how hotels are classified. We'll go deep and see many other topics in this.